In this tutorial, I'm going to use Photoshop to create a custom tile that I'm going to use as a background pattern in my website. To get started, I'm going to click New and create a new file. I've already preset the size of mine. The width is 100, the height is 100. The width and height I choose of any background graphic that I create depends on how I want it to look in the website. If I wanted something that filled the entire screen across, I would probably choose a width of about 1024, and whether or not I wanted it to repeat, or if it was like a photograph and I wanted it to extend to the bottom of the user's browser window viewing area, I might choose 1024 for the height as well. I always leave the resolution set to 72 pixels per inch because that is an internet standard. So once I do that, I'm going to click OK, and I'm not going to work on the background layer. I'm going to create a new layer and leave that the way it is. I'm going to choose some different colors and use my brush tool. If I don't see, like when I click here, I don't see all my choices for brushes. I can go to Window menu and choose Brush, and that'll bring up the whole Brushes panel. And I've got a ton of stuff in here that will make some really interesting patterns. So I'm going to choose that. Definitely much better. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. So I've selected this brush that's going to make kind of spattery pattern. I just want to make a whole bunch of pixels, and because I've zoomed in so much, you're seeing like all the pixels. I want to make something that looks like bad marble. So I'm going to change out my color for a slightly darker pink, and perhaps choose a different brush and just go back in. I'm just clicking around. Okay, and if I'm happy with that, I want to make sure this looks seamless when I tile it. So I'm going to go to Filter menu, scroll down to Other, and choose Offset. And what Offset will do, if I push the sliders around, it will show me where the seams are and how nasty they're going to look. So what I might do is just go in and use my brush to kind of obliterate those lines until it doesn't look as harsh. And when I'm done with that, if I'm happy with the way that looks, I will save. I'm going to have to save the PSD file. I'm just going to call it pink underscore marble tile. I'm going to save the PSD file, but I also need to save it for web, and I can't use the PSD file. Save for web, I like to use the keyboard shortcuts. So Shift, Option, Command, S will bring up my Save for Web panel. Once I do that, I'm not going to change the title. I'm going to leave it exactly the same. I can save it as a PNG, or a JPEG will probably work best in this case. I could also save it as a GIF image if it was just flat color. So pink underscore marble underscore tile.png. My save button is all the way over here so you can't see it, but I'm going to hit it. Trust me, I'm hitting save, and that is how you create a custom tile in Photoshop.